Is it a wagon? Is it an SUV? No, it's neither. It's both. It's a Subaru Outback, and this is the new 2021 model. Half SUV, half wagon. How does it work with a real-life family? To put it to the test, I drove the base model Outback, which costs just under $40,000 before on-road costs and extras, and competes with cars like the Honda CR-V and the Nissan X-Trail. Here's how it did over 7 days for this week's family review. For a more detailed review, head to the CarsGuide website, and if you're watching this on YouTube, hit subscribe for more videos. Yes, this is a new generation Subaru Outback, but the design changes are minimal. It's introduced some black features like the extra high black wheel arches, which just make the car look surprised all the time, a black roof rail and black on the front of the car. So it looks like its tough old self, just with a jazzed up exterior. Inside is dominated by the new multimedia screen, which is 11.6 inches, huge and vertically shaped. This orientation makes much more sense to me because it just looks like a large tablet. Being the base model Outback, this car has fabric seats. They're quite textured, but they feel really comfortable and smooth to sit on even with bare legs. Everything in here has a man-made finish, so the dash and the doors and the steering wheel all feel quite plasticky, but they don't look cheap. It still looks quite premium in here, even though it's a base model. You've got some high gloss black finishes and brushed aluminium, and for a base model, it really looks quite good. You get 2 cup holders in the front, a short one and a long one that fits a bottle quite well. A deep spot down here that I fit keys and a phone in. And there's a little shelf here for passengers to pop their phone. You get a 2-level center storage bin, so there's a flat shelf plus a decent sized bin, and there are bottle holders in each door. Space is good in the Outback, especially with its wagon roots. You get a lot of leg room and headroom, and even for tall people, it's quite comfortable. The rear seats are also spacious. My 2 children are aged 7 and 9, and they had lots of space for both of them. They were really comfortable. I'm sitting in here, I'm 161 centimeters or 5'3", and there is enough room between my knees and the seat in front of me that is a taller person's driving position. So other adults, taller teenagers will be comfortable back here. You can also fit 3 children's seats across here. It might take a little jiggling, but you will get them in depending on your car seats, of course. You'll get 2 cup holders in the center armrest, and rear passengers also get their own directional air vents, plus a pocket on the back of the front seats. There are 2 USB ports in the front and 2 in the back, which is pretty generous for a mid-size SUV. The boot is a good size and shape because it is long as well as being high off the ground. At 522 litres, it is the same size as a 5-seat Honda CR-V, and it's bigger than the last model. It will fit a double pram or 2 suitcases. Driving in the Subaru Outback is good. The first thing you notice is that it feels quite solid. The steering isn't loose, it's all nice and stable. It's a smooth drive on highways, and this new engine in all Outbacks is a 2.5 litre 4-cylinder engine, which means it has enough power to get up hills or overtake cars quite comfortably. It's an all-wheel drive, so you get that extra traction on loose surfaces. And the only thing is that there's no hybrid option in the Outback range like you will find on a Subaru Forester or a Toyota RAV4. Fuel consumption is a claimed 7.3 litres per 100 Ks, and I used an average of 9.6 litres per 100 Ks driving mostly around suburbia. Parking is good in the Outback as long as you account for the length. I mean, it's never going to be as convenient to park as a small car, but you won't get that in any mid-size SUV anyway. So this one is quite good to turn. The steering feels nice underneath the hands and you can fit in quite well. It's also got a good reverse parking camera. It's not amazing, but it's pretty decent. The new Outback hasn't been assessed by ANCAP yet, but for advanced safety, you'll get auto emergency braking with pedestrian and cyclist detection. And you'll also get something called lane keeping technology with emergency lane assist, which will actually move the car for you to prevent an accident with an oncoming car or bike or person. You'll also get recross traffic alert with blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise control, reverse auto emergency braking. You will get 8 airbags in the Outback, 2 ISOFIX points and 3 top tether points to fix kids' car seats in safely. The Subaru Outback is a pretty great family car that you can get for just under $40,000. It's got good interior space and boot space, it drives really well, and it's got all the safety you would want for a family too. I gave it a family rating of 7.9 out of 10 and my kids gave it the same. They love that big new multimedia screen. Like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel or click through to our website.